Northwest Pennsylvania Investment Co-op is a real estate cooperative. Members come together, buy shares so that we can purchase commercial property and support community-minded entrepreneurs. Meadville, Pennsylvania, like so many other Rust Belt communities, just really struggling economically, right? So when we started the investment co-op, we said it shouldn't just be a small group of people that get to decide what kind of economy we have and how it works. We want to support folks that are from Meadville, invested in Meadville, and wouldn't have a shot at making it work without the cooperative. At the heart of the investment co-op and the mission is to make the economy something that everyone can participate in and not just a few people.
So the Northwest Pennsylvania Investment Cooperative was born in the summer of 2017. A speaker had come to our local college here in Meadville, Allegheny College, to talk about cooperative models for economic redevelopment in towns that might not have the same kind of attraction for local developers and those sorts of traditional avenues for redeveloping towns and cities. And this was incredibly inspiring to us because we were sitting around thinking, why isn't this something we can do here? And so we worked really hard that summer and incorporated in the summer of 2017. So for me, my strength was communication, and where I came in was helping to craft our message, right? And to say, look, the message of this is about the dream of a community-owned organization. This is what we need, and we're going to make it happen together without needing to rely on out-of-town interests or individuals who happen to be particularly wealthy. And we can be the ones who change what does downtown look like in our little local communities.
I think the idea that just normal people living in our town can have an effect on the future of our town and the development of our town, I think is really impactful. This mentality that for our town to succeed, we need to attract big developers, and we need to be able to, it needs to be a development that's big enough to get someone to want to come to our tiny town and put a bunch of money in. The fact that we can do this for ourselves, it's daunting. It's a big undertaking that we're doing, but feels inspiring. It makes me feel like we can do this and we can do it together, and we are.
We can say, okay, we're not actually in this to make as much money from this as possible. Although we're a for-profit cooperative, we don't want to be extracting resources from the community. We want the properties that we're owning, paying property taxes, contributing to the community coffers. It's this system of mutually reinforcing benefit.
So when it comes to decision making, the cooperative is run by a board of directors, and that board of directors is elected by our membership. We're in constant communication about what we're learning and new connections that we're making, whether it's with potential, businesses or potential properties. The spirit of it is that, we want to make those decisions together. I'm a member of the cooperative because it seems like I always say cooperation, not competition, right? If we work together, and we say, we might not have $1 million or $2 million or whatever, but I can put in what I can put in, and I'll put in the work to get more people to get involved with the cooperative. We can really do something if we work together. It's one thing to sign up to become a member. It's a completely different thing to join a committee or serve on the board and to rearrange your life, right? To be a part of this thing that we're building. And just being able to work with other members to learn about how we can be financially sustainable and healthy was just a super empowering experience that, you think financial short course, that's going to be boring. But it was just super fun, and it was cool to learn with our other members. We got connected with Keystone Development Center after we had formed the co-op, and at a point where we were, well into the work and trying to get things off the ground. It's been a really important resource for us, especially as we kind of turn the corner from just doing one project to thinking about really scaling up in the coming years.
In particular, we had some members go through the Cooperative Academy that KDC puts on, and that was really great for new board members, especially people who are new to cooperatives. It's also been great to have a place to turn to ask questions, having KDC staff as a resource to turn to, and other KDC members, so other cooperatives to kind of go to for guidance to troubleshoot things. Recently, that's been really helpful.
What the cooperative model has done is it's enabled me to become a landlord right? It's enabled me to become a property owner, and it's enabled me to do that in a way that draws on all of the experiences and expertise and knowledge of a community. I don't know what it takes to rehab a building, but I'm part of a group now of about 50 individuals who, between us, we have all of that knowledge and we have all of that expertise, and we've come together and shared in that ownership and shared in that success. And one of the happiest days of my professional life has been the day that Blissful Meads opened in our new space here in town, because right there, standing in front of me, was a set of entrepreneurs who would not have had this opportunity if not for the collective of the cooperative. And I was so incredibly just proud and happy and grateful to have been part of making that happen.
I think that the role that the Northwest PA Investment Cooperative is playing in Meadville right now, especially in Meadville's kind of revitalization, is a really special one. It is a democratic way of investing in and developing our town, which is kind of counter to a lot of the ways in which development usually happens. And it gives us control, right, over what's in our town, over what's here, over how we develop and who we support, and the future that we want to see.
For people who might be thinking about ways to make their own community better and unsure how to make a difference or to make an impact, this investment cooperative model is one that we're starting to see pick up steam a little bit, right? And to be aware that it doesn't take a whole lot of capital, it doesn't take massive amounts of expertise, it doesn't even take a whole lot of time on one individual's part. If you can get a group together who cares about the space and place that you're living in, this might be a model that other communities could adopt successfully and really see immediate, concrete, material changes in their community that they would like to see by bringing together like-minded individuals in a way that I think is very different than other models of community development.
The investment co-op is part of something bigger, and we're trying to create the leadership and the infrastructure for a new kind of economy, right, that is going to benefit all of us.